plink that drove Mom to the brink of insanity. I made the toys in the living room rattle and shake as if a poltergeist was trapped within them. One evening, while Mom was sitting by the bassinet, crooning a lullaby to the glowing, pulsing object, I focused all my will. I made the rocking chair she was sitting in begin to creak and sway, slowly at first, then with increasing speed. "Robert," she shrieked, leaping to her feet. The chair is moving on its own." Dad, who was in the kitchen, froze, a half-eaten sandwich in his hand. What are you talking about? "I'm not crazy, I swear, the rocking chair, it's rocking like someone is in it." She pointed a trembling finger. "And the bassinet, it's glowing, Robert, it's glowing blue." Dad rushed into the living room. He saw the chair still gently swaying despite being empty. He saw the faint, pulsating light emanating from the blue bassinet. His face went pale. He wasn't seeing ghosts, he was seeing the undeniable, terrifying proof that something was profoundly wrong. Something supernatural was happening in his house, something fueled by his complicity. "Claire, we need to call someone," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "A priest, an exorcist, something." "No," she shrieked, her maternal protectiveness over her unborn son overriding her fear. You can't call anyone, they'll take it away, they'll take the baby. You said we'd wait until it was born, you promised." "But this isn't normal, Claire, this is a sign, a warning." "It's a sign from God," she roared, her eyes wild. "A sign that he's coming back, that he's ready, the spirits are just preparing the way. This is a good thing, Robert, can't you see that? It's a miracle." She ran to the bassinet, her hands outstretched as if to shield it from the skeptical world. The blue light flared brighter in response to her touch, bathing her in an unholy radiance. A low, subsonic hum filled the room, a sound that vibrated in the teeth and the bones. Dad covered his ears, his face contorted in pain. "Make it stop, Claire, please make it stop." But she wouldn't. She was entranced, enraptured by the light, by the power, by the promise of the perfect child. And I, the ghost of the girl she had destroyed, watched it all, my fury a white-hot coal in my incorporeal chest. I would not let her win. I would not become a footnote in the creation of a monster. I would find a way to shatter the illusion, to expose the rot at the heart of their family, to reclaim the life that was stolen from me. I began to focus my energy on the basement door. It was old and warped, held shut by a simple latch and a padlock that Dad had installed in a futile gesture of security. I poured every ounce of my spectral will into it. The metal grew hot to the touch. The wood around the hinges began to smoke and splinter. Downstairs, on my mattress of decay, my physical body twitched, a final involuntary spasm of a nerve ending long dead. Upstairs, the latch clicked. The padlock, glowing faintly red, gave way with a sharp snap. The door swung open with a groan, revealing the yawning, dark maw of the basement. Mom and Dad stood frozen in the living room, staring at the open doorway as if it were the gates of hell itself. Cold air, smelling of earth and rot, rushed up the stairs, extinguishing candles and chilling the air. And from the darkness beyond, a faint, mournful sound drifted up. Not a scream, not a sob. A whisper. "Mommy." It was my voice coming from the grave. Chapter 6, The Echo in the Walls. The whisper hung in the air, a chilling counterpoint to the subsonic hum of the bassinet. It was thin, rasping, and impossibly mournful, as if it had traveled through miles of wet soil to reach their ears. Mom froze, her hand inches from the glowing bassinet. Dad dropped to his knees, his hands pressed over his ears, though the sound wasn't auditory in the conventional sense. It vibrated in the soul. Did you hear that?" Dad whispered, his eyes wide with terror. "It's nothing," Mom snapped, trying to regain control. "It's just the wind or the house settling." But her voice lacked conviction. She couldn't tear her gaze from the open basement door. The darkness within seemed to be pulling at her, a vortex of pure, unadulterated despair. "It came from down there," Dad said, his voice trembling. He started to crawl towards the doorway, driven by a morbid curiosity that